Around April of this year, we picked up an anomalous biosignature around Jupiter's orbit. We thought it was some sort of instrumentation issue, but we wanted to take a look, just to make sure. Thanks to the tenacity of our team, we were able to get a good look at it within a month. What we found was, frankly, astonishing. Truly unexplainable. The object, which we've codenamed AZ-001, appears to be 66.3 kilometers in diameter. We still need more data to prove if life is indeed thriving on this object. We've determined that AZ-001 is in fact harboring life. This discovery could change the foundation of science as we know it. Well, harboring might not be the correct word to use here, no. We believe AZ-001 itself is alive. Or at least was alive. We have reasons to believe that the entity, AZ-001, might be a corpse drifting in space. AZ-001's trajectory has been calculated. Based on our calculations, we believe that it will reach the vicinity of Earth's orbit by the year 1999. Due to the implications of AZ-001's existence, NASA has made the decision to form a group, known as the Division of Heavenly Operation and Material Examination, or simply known as HOME. This group will study AZ-001's composition, trajectory, and will hopefully make contact with the object in 1999. It's also designated to hide the existence of AZ-001 from the public. I have been chosen as one of the lead positions in HOME.
My name is Dr. Ray O'Connor, and I am head of psychological contamination research here at HOME. In the past few years, we have made incredible discoveries regarding AZ-001. It's almost strange to say this, but the object seems to be emanating massive, detectable brainwaves. We have detected the presence of delta waves here at HOME, HQ, which are the same sort of waves generated during deep sleep in humans. We are currently in the process of attempting to decode these waves to gather more information regarding AZ-001 and its potential effects.
Attention! If you or loved one are living in any of the counties shown on your screen, you are encouraged to consult your doctor or call the toll-free number below for a free evaluation today. Tests of an experimental pesticide containing ingredients linked to insomnia, somnambulism, strange or uncomfortable dreams, and general sleep problems have previously occurred in these areas, and your input is critical in evaluating the product's safety for consumer use. Again, if you or loved one are living in any of the counties shown on your screen, you are encouraged to consult your doctor or call 1-800-555-4663 for a free evaluation today. That's 1-800-555-4663. 1-800-555-4663.
Grab Max. I'm going to get the rifle.
What happened to Rocky?
I don't know.
What happened to... Mom? Mom?
This is it, right here. I want this area marked, just for sample collection.
On it. Marking area, over.
That's all we're gonna need. Request retrieval team.
Requesting retrieval team at Alpha Chunk Point A, over.
brought you some water. Thought you might have wanted a cup.
Thanks, Andrew. Were you able to get the results you wanted?
Fortunately, much of the alpha chunk was too necrotic to really get any disease and samples from it. We'll likely have to find some alpha chunks connected to the main body of AB-001.
Sorry to hear that. I think I might be able to get you the new data you want once you figure it out. So I'll have to get back to you tomorrow on that.
That's alright. We can discuss more about it tomorrow after the meeting.
Don't try that again. Why doesn't he come? I've got everything all figured out. Top to bottom, smooth as silk. Everything's falling apart. Can't trust nobody, nothing.
911, please state your emergency.
I'm at 876 Pine Lane in Long Pine, right next to the church. And I can't really say for certain, but there's some kind of sacrifice going on.
Okay, we'll be right there. Could you elaborate, please?
Yeah, it's a human sacrifice. I hear screams. It seems to be like a pagan ritual or something of the sort.
Okay, just hold tight. We'll be right there. Please stay on the line.
While we previously had a rough understanding of how the Starkill infection assimilates foreign biomatter, and that its methodology for doing so seemingly depends on what intentions it has, we, until recently, failed to understand how different pieces of the alpha chunk seemingly all become aware of new information, even if its pieces are long distances apart from each other. Recent experimentation revealed that certain alpha chunk samples animate a unique energy signature not previously encountered in prior studies. We've discovered that this energy signature becomes more detectable in parts of the alpha chunk where large concentrations of what we fittingly called Podolsky neurons are present. Because of their presence in AZ001, we are of the belief that these Podolsky neurons are part of the entity's central nervous system. Specifically, they are responsible for transmitting information signals to different parts of the entity's body. The observation that different pieces of the alpha chunk all become aware of the same information simultaneously, despite their masses not being physically connected, leads us to believe that Podolsky neuron signals operate on a principle similar to quantum entanglement.
Today marks the 12-year anniversary of the Babylon Project and the founding of Home Delta. The date is March 13th, 1999. As director of the Babylon Project, reporting to the General Commanding Director of Home Delta, I, Dr. Robert Spencer, am obliged to construct this full report detailing the Babylon Project's progress as of March of 1999. Since the Annunciation event on January 28th and the subsequent elimination of Dr. Evans, the contamination of Home HQ has continued to progress at an exponential rate. We estimate that around 75% of Home staff have been infected and continue operation as phantoms. Further, through routine checks of Home HQ, we have determined that the Starkill biomass has reached the Temple classification. We believe that Wraith classification entities may be birthed by the Temple in as soon as 12 days. My recommendation would be to gather the final samples for research and begin Operation Homebound promptly. The Deathbringer squads are prepared for immediate action.
Dr. Churchill, we're preparing for the final descent into Home HQ now. Mission will commence in 48 hours.
Good. Spencer, I have a request.
What is it, sir?
Dr. Stanley Vega of the Xenobiology Group has been researching the Akashic plane. I need you to retrieve him and his work, but under no circumstances should you allow him to learn the true nature of Home Delta.
Understood. What should be done if he's already infected?
He won't be. He works in the BSL-4 lab. We've determined that sector to be clean, and it's projected to be clean for at least 10 more days. If he's visibly infected, eliminate him. Otherwise, we will conduct a SIN test to determine if he has phantom blood. Retrieve his lab assistant too, Dr. Solomon Ezra. Same rules apply.
If you don't mind me asking, sir, what are you planning with him?
My plans of Vega have nothing to do with your job. This is for your own good, Spencer. The most I can tell you is that it involves research into the Akashic plane. Speaking of which, have you retrieved the new info on Lucas Michaels?
Yes, I have. It's in the data room. I think you'll be interested in our findings. We're not sure what to make of it yet.
Good. I'm looking forward to it. When you return, we'll run the SIN test at Nazareth site and continue operations as planned. We're on schedule.
Understood. And for Operation Homebound?
It will commence April 4th.
Churchill, do you read? On the line, over. Bravo team, follow Officer Rico to the Temple for final sample collection. Charlie team, follow me to BSL lab for hostage retrieval. Proceed with sample collection. Avoid direct contact with the Starkill. Dr. Vega, we've identified a potential risk in the BSL labs, required to be taken to the quarantine zone for a mandatory screening for infection.
I understand that it's protocol, but this is the highest safety level lab at home, and there shouldn't be any risk of cross-contamination in the last 2 months.
Regardless, we still have to take you to quarantine. Where's your lab partner, Dr. Ezra?
He was transferred back to the main facility.
That's okay. We'll pick him up along the way. Bring your research materials and maybe place in quarantine for a few weeks.
Okay, Dr. Vega, I'm assuming you're familiar with the process of a SIN test, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, great. So I'm going to ask you a series of questions and you are to answer truthfully. Once the test is complete, we'll know if you are infected or not. That being said, here's the first question. It's Christmas morning and you're with your family. Your wife hands you a wrapped gift. What do you do next?
Well, of course, I'd thank my wife and open the present, carefully unraveling the ribbons, and then I'd probably give her a hug.
Next question. It's early in the morning and you see a UFO in the sky, illuminated by the light of dawn. What are you thinking?
I'd probably be a bit confused, but I'd probably think of it rationally. Could it potentially be a balloon, a plane, a helicopter? A UFO implies that it's merely unidentified. It could be entirely prosaic.
Okay, last question. You have decided to participate in a charity event for your local church. Why did you make this decision?
Well, I was born and raised Catholic, and I think if I had the opportunity to give to those less fortunate, I would.
Thank you, Dr. Vega. Your results came clean. Please exit to the door on your right and remain seated in the waiting room until you are called. Thank you again for your cooperation. Dr. Ezra, are you familiar with the SIN test?
Yes, I am.
All right. As you know, I'm going to be asking you a series of questions. Answer them truthfully. At the end, we will be able to determine if you are infected or not. Let's begin. First question. You work at a competitive company. The promotion comes down to either you or your coworker. What do you do?
I would work hard and try to beat him. I would think, why should he be the one to get a promotion? I, of course, would be the one doing the work. He was just lucky.
Next question. It's a Saturday night and you decide to cook dinner for the whole family. What made you make this decision?
If I were to do that, it would be because I was hungry.
Okay, next. You see a man and woman embracing each other in a field. There are white clouds dotted against a blue sky. What are you thinking at this moment?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Why would I be in the field? But what purpose does it serve? What is the purpose of the sky?
Do you go to church, Dr. Ezra?
Is this part of the test?
Answer the question, Ezra.
I do.
Okay, let me ask you another question. Do you believe in God?
I do. I said I go to church.
Very well. Let's say you're poor and don't have any food. You've received bread from a stranger, but it's only enough for one person and your son is on the brink of complete starvation. What do you do next?
I would eat the bread, of course. I would be hungry. Any sane person would do the same.
Would you say your knowledge of the world is greater than anybody you've met?
Yes, I would say that applies to me. Actually, I know it does.
And what about your concept of infinity? Can you see it clearly?
Yes, I can.
Code 66, calling. Administer asphyxiation agent.
Code 66, error. Task cannot be completed. Error.
Spencer, I know you can hear me, but I'm afraid you won't be able to respond now. This wasn't according to the scenario, and I shouldn't have let Ezra into the Nazareth site. Fortunately, Ezra has been eliminated, and the Nazareth site is under strict lockdown. Unfortunately, because you were infected, the best we can do is slow the infection as much as possible, which means we had to put you into cryosleep. Your knowledge is too valuable. Listen, Spencer, I'm researching something important with the Starkill, a way to perhaps reverse the infection using Starkill samples. It could even grant immortality. It will be done by April 4th, and on that day, humanity will prevail and defeat the Starkill threat. Project Babylon will be complete, and we will then be able to initiate Operation Homebound. In my effort to understand the cosmos, I made a grave mistake, and I'm only now seeing the weight of my sins unfold before my eyes. God, please forgive me.
AZ-001, or the Starkill, whatever you wish to call it, is a collective hive mind. It's one singular organism. It's all connected, and it speaks to itself telepathically. What might have appeared as the rotting organs of a once-forgotten deity has now shown its true colors in the form of a highly advanced singular organism comparable to a supercomputer. Through this network we're calling the Akashic plane, which we've derived from the anthroposophic theory of the Akashic records, AZ-001, the evolved God, can contain and process memories of everything that it has ever assimilated. As such, its intelligence and wisdom is beyond comprehension. It is an evolved life form, to put it simply. Humanity in its current state has no way of even entertaining the possibility of a fair fight. AZ-001 is simply better than us on all fronts. That's why we began Project Babylon here at Home Delta. And that's why we're prepared to level the playing field by bringing humanity to its next stage of evolution, using the Starkill's own biological framework. Evolution has been the mission of Project Babylon since the very beginning. But now, thanks to the results of the home experiment, we've gathered enough data to begin the first tangible steps of this artificial evolution of humanity.
Spencer, it's me. I've given up my rank as Admiral of Home Delta. That title is going to you in preparation of Operation Homebound. You will have control over the Tower of Babel, and you'll be able to control the Deathbringer squads entirely with your mind. The pieces have been in place since the beginning. It's unfortunate that you ended up in this state, but this is the only way. Once I finalize Project Babylon, it's all up to you. This battle is yours to decide.
My name is Dr. Gamma Churchill. The date is April 4th, 1999. Today, the Babylon project will be completed. The Starkill stem cell insertion into Dr. Spencer will occur at sundown, making him, potentially, the most powerful human being in history. Following this event, the Tower of Babel will activate, linking the Deathbringer's minds into the local Akashic network. Spencer will then have telepathic control over the highly trained and near-immortal Deathbringer militia. Finally, Operation Homebound will commence at midnight, bringing a bitter end to the Starkill's assault on humanity. I have absolute faith in humanity's victory.
Dr. Aaron, keep monitor 4 on the main screen. We're waiting on the all clear for insertion.
Roger that. We have a safety clearance. Bacterial contamination threat is 0. Infection site has reached standstill. Akashic team is running final checks on the tower now.
Clock is running. On my command, begin the insertion protocol.
Ready.
T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark.
Catastrophic energy spike detected.
Spencer's gone. Aaron, we need to abort the mission. It's done. Babel
We need to work quickly. I'm setting up an Akashic receiver node to listen in on the commands given to the Deathbringers. I'm sure the Starkill is going to use them as some kind of pawn.
Are we safe here?
For now, yes. I set this bunker up in case of an emergency. I'm the only one who knows it exists. Aaron, while I set this up, I want you to start processing the video logs. We need as much evidence as we can get to deliver to the Pentagon.
Yes, sir.
It's running.
What's going on?
It's in the Starkill's native tongue, if you will. It's encoded. One of the functions of the Akashic probe is to decode the messages into a readable format.
Time 0. No surviving eyes. Restart. 13 moon. West.
April 13th. The Starkill is probably planning on faking Operation Homebound.
Churchill, I have found you. You are careless. I find it humorous how you continue to poke at the sleeping bear, yet you still fade like the plague. A sad specimen, unable to comprehend your limitations. I must remark, the toys you left me give me great delight, as if to look upon a child's crude drawings. They are almost completely useless, save for the creation of a veil to act as a magician's toolkit. A veil to mask the truth to your governing body. Once your toys have served their temporary purpose, they shall be discarded. I'm sending some to you now as a parting gift. I do hope you enjoy your own creations. Best of luck to you, from Admiral Nero.
I'm setting up a jammer. We'll make them lose connection. Grab the cross and run for the car. There's one behind us. We're lucky there were only a few. The jammer must have confused them. Aaron, your name will now be Fakebringer. Your mission will be to infiltrate the Babel site and relay any information regarding the Starkill's plans. The suit will protect your biosignature. From there, we will begin our retaliation.
Sir, I'm willing to die for humanity.
May God bless you.
I'm in a secure location. No transmissions in or out. As of an hour ago, Fakebringer has completed the first infiltration attempt. He has successfully entered the facility, obtained information, and exited, meeting me at a rendezvous point to relay his findings. According to Fakebringer, Nero is planning to set up a conference after Operation Homebound with the Secretary of Defense and members of NASA administration in attendance. It is here where I'm going to make my first move. A declaration of war to Nero. From now on, my name shall be Piso. Nero will know what that means. The rage I feel now is debilitating. Maybe it's my dying spirit, grasping for the last remnants of humanity within me. Or maybe I'm just hiding from fear. The mistakes I've made have eaten me alive, that much I know. My injuries, a mark of my body torn apart. My confusion, a mark of my mind defiled, and my heartlessness, a mark of my soul tainted. When we first began the Babylon project, Dr. Spencer told me something I should have never forgotten. Knowledge betrays man's ego. And now, the knowledge I've gained from losing everything has made me realize how powerless I am in the face of infinity. Yet I continue, unaware of the fate that may be bestowed upon me. I don't believe God can save us now. Only the tenacity of humanity's everlasting soul will have the courage to prevail.
As per the request of Admiral Nero of Home Delta Division, this report is to be given to the Select Committee consisting of the Secretary of Defense and the National Aeronautics and Space Administration on the date of April 14, 1999. This report is classified as top secret in an effort to preserve national security. On April 13th, Home Delta forces managed to successfully eliminate all known traces of the Starkill threat. While some Starkill spores remain in the atmosphere around operational zones in the Midwest, these spores were discovered to be inert without the presence of a central biomass hub. Research is now underway at various institutions across the United States to uncover the Starkill's true nature and functionality. Preliminary research performed by Home Delta has led to hypotheses surrounding the possible origins for AZ-001, or possible instances of AZ-001's arrival to Earth in the past. Throughout written history, world cultures and religions describe some variation of an apocalyptic deluge, in which a great destructive force violently brings civilization to an end. Researchers believe this deluge is representative of the organism known as AZ-001 and the subsequent Starkill infestation. It is believed that the civilization and the event occurs in cycles, though much remains uncertain at this time. However, what we do know is that the cycle of destruction and violence has finally been brought to an end with the might of the United States military. We may very well even have stopped the power of God himself with just a fraction of our military capabilities. Find solace in that fact, the fact that we have nothing more to fear in this universe, for we have become stronger than God. The oppressed have become the oppressor, and only oppressors have the freedom to choose peace and end the cycle of violence. Admiral Nero, I commend your efforts. You lurked among the shadows as you played your hand. I'm fully aware. You may try to kill me now, but know that the man speaking in front of this committee right now is actually a death row inmate scheduled for execution. I too am playing your game, Nero, and I'm prepared to...
Working for you.
You've seen every performance of this play? Yes. But don't you find...
we're looking at here,
Our ground team is attempting to get closer to what you're seeing on your screen. We'll have more updates for you as they come in over the next hour. Again, in case you're just joining us,
For security, this world has been terminated. All information pertaining to this world is now classified.
My name is Marcus Lucan. I'm an independent journalist from Kansas City, Missouri. And on May 29th, I saw something unexplainable on a local television channel. I found out the station is based in Paradise, Missouri. So I'm here today to see if I can uncover any answers about what I saw. I just parked my car and I'm just gonna have a look around. It seems like a pretty quiet neighborhood so far. There's not a lot going on here. But I want to see if I could find that lake that I saw on the broadcast. I just got to the lake, and one thing that I noticed is that it's really, really quiet around here. I haven't seen anyone yet, but what the hell? That's it. That's what I saw. Shit. I need to get closer. What the hell? I think it's gotten into the water supply. I'm walking back to the car. Don't know what I just saw, but it's awfully quiet around here, to be honest. Something about this place, it's just... find somewhere to stay for the night. I don't feel comfortable here anymore. Okay, so I just got to the hotel, and everything's been fine so far, but I noticed something odd about this sink. So I turned it on, and it's definitely pretty weird. I'm gonna set up the camera while I sleep. Tomorrow I'll continue the investigation. I'm gonna go grab some lunch. I had a pretty weird dream last night too. I don't remember exactly what it was, but for some reason I woke up today feeling rejuvenated. Like I'm not scared anymore. I haven't checked the tapes yet, but I will soon. Until then, I'm just gonna continue my investigation. I just got lunch out of town, and while I was there, it got pretty cloudy. So I definitely think it's gonna rain, so I don't know if I'll be able to film more today. But yeah, I mean, yesterday, I don't know how to explain what happened. I mean, I think the only logical thing is that it was a hallucination, but I don't know. I need to go back to the lake. I only saw it on the camera. There it is. That's what's calling me.
since I last received contact from Fakebringer. I fear the worst has come to pass. I can't deny that I saw this outcome as inevitable. Yet, knowing what this outcome would be, I still placed the burden of humanity's future upon him. I can't ignore this fact anymore. The fact that I've evaded my duty to humanity by sending others marching to their deaths. Spencer, Aaron, the countless Deathbringers, they were all sacrificed by me, all in an attempt to avoid the inevitable fate that awaits me. But now, there's nobody left. I'm the only one alive who has the power to end the Starkill threat. There's no other choice. I must carry out my duty, even in the face of certain death. I have reason to believe that the central consciousness of AZ-001 has made landfall, but its location is known only to the Starkill itself. Using this, the Akashic probe, I will be able to extract the knowledge and memories of the Starkill from this hypothetical central chunk, the Beta chunk. Once this vital intel is retrieved, the United States can fully initiate a counterattack to wipe out the Starkill using its own memories. I've determined a range of possible locations for this chunk based on the effect of the Akashic range of the Starkill infection. As far as I can tell, the current core Starkill hubs are located at the Babel site and the Coliseum site. My mission begins here. No matter what, I must survive and locate the Beta chunk before darkness falls on humanity. This is the final stand, and I must do it alone. I'm heading to the Coliseum site in Columbia, Missouri. I want to assess the full extent of the infection and hopefully gain some insight into the possible whereabouts of the Beta chunk. Wherever it is, it's likely trying to remain as hidden as possible in order to avoid detection while it grows. There's little time to waste. Must be some kind of Akashic node. It's communicating with the Beta chunk. Given the shape of the antenna, it seems to be scattering the signal to prevent triangulation of the source. It's been a month since I began my search for the Beta chunk. I've covered hundreds of square miles across Missouri, Arkansas, and Kansas, yet the Starkill spore signal response has been effectively at noise floor for all locations. Wherever it is, it's doing a very good job at hiding. but I think this might be my first clue. I'm heading now to Paradise, Missouri. I've checked this area before, but nothing came up then. However, given what was on that billboard, I have reason to believe that there is indeed something going on in this town. I'll do a thorough check this time, leaving no area undocumented. This is the best lead I have. I'm using a spore reader to check for Starkill presence. So far, nothing's coming up. There's gotta be a way that it's spreading, if not through the air. Under the lake. It's spreading through the water. Clever. I knew it. A network under Paradise. I know what I have to do for the sake of us all. Fascinating. The infection is at least a temple classification. It must be using the lake water as a cooling vent, as opposed to the mushroom structures used for airborne spore dissemination. And it's completely hidden from view. This is it.
take this. Pentagon.
Who are you?
CIA. It's for humanity. You take the camera.
I don't understand.
Go.
Sir. What the hell? I'm going to the Pentagon. I don't know who that man was, or what any of that was, but I'm sure there's answers. I'm driving straight there. 16 hours, only stopping for sleep. Something's compelling me, just like before. A gut feeling, maybe.
Gamma Majestic.
Home Gamma Majestic has acquired the necessary intel to begin humanity's counterattack against the Starkill. Using the Starkill's own memory samples, scientists at Home have developed an artificial intelligence system known as the Digital Akashic Watcher and Neurological System for Targeting, Analysis, and Response, or Dawnstar for short. Dawnstar contains all of the Starkill's known memories, and thus possesses the ability to think like the Starkill. As a result, Dawnstar can predict the Starkill's actions with up to 99% accuracy. The main infrastructure of Dawnstar will be contained on a highly fortified and heavily armed orbital defense platform known as the Ark. The Ark is set to be launched within the coming days, with the counterattack operation commencing on July 4th, 1999. Codename Operation Rapture.
All personnel are currently on standby. Fleet is prepared for immediate action.
Thank you, Commander. According to diagnostic calculations, the main orbital artillery will be fully charged at 0100 hours. Final scans of the Akashic plane will commence at 0700 hours. Calculated deviation from original strategy, plus or minus 2.3%. Within acceptable range for adjustments within 48 hours.
Understood.
Calculated combatant fatalities, 25. Calculated civilian fatalities, 450. Within acceptable range.
Is the Starkill currently aware of Operation Rapture?
Given current intel and hypothetical reconstruction of Starkill creative thought process, negative.
Understood. ARC Fleet will begin combat readiness preparation ASAP.
given eternal dance, fueled and dispersed by the hand of God. All for his own amusement.
Good morning.
The following message is transmitted at the request.
In this just in, a chemical explosion overnight at Grove Manufacturing has resulted in a deadly wildfire, covering much of Paradise, Missouri.
scrapped at the horizon. I think it's time I leave this town. I wonder if this is all real. What I've been seeing, what I've been feeling, it's been a blur of paranoia. Hell, I don't even feel safe in my own home. But there's something nagging at the back of my head. A desire to believe. I want to have faith again. The last 4 nights, the same. At the top of Upper Hill, reports of a fire. We get there, all that's left is this cross, and a burning symbol in the ground made of some kind of wick. But nobody there. Last night there were reports of chants, but we were too late again. Whoever's doing this must be coordinating it somehow. However, today, a report came in detailing a television hijacking on Channel 9. If we can catch it again, we might be able to get a clue as to who's behind all this, before it gets any worse. For the first time in a week, the hill is silent. Part of me is relieved, but I can't help but fear the worst. Something is going on, and we have almost no leads to get any closer to the truth. There was another hijacking on Channel 9, and searching the station gave us a clue as to why it may have happened. The place was a mess. No staff, no technicians, nothing. The equipment was barely even functioning. For better or for worse, the police have shut down the facility until further notice. I just fear we may have killed our last thread to the truth.
what you're looking for in Golgotha. All of your dreams, your deepest desires, absolute pleasure. It is your choice.
This is no longer my home. I hope it was just my imagination. But I need to leave this place.
Evening, more harrowing news from Madison Township. 10 more people have been reported missing since last Friday. This is following the 15 reported missing persons cases since the start of the month. One of the names on the list of those missing since Friday is Detective Robin Umbra of the Madison Police Department, who is leading the investigation of cult activity around Rocker Hill. Although he may be able to hide, there are only two choices for Umbra. Either you open the door and face death, or you find paradise and Golgotha. There are no other choices. The further you stray, the more hellish your pain will become. I know everything you do. Everywhere you go. There are only two choices.
What is the fate of Marcus Lucan? We all saw what was on that tape.
Indeed. He appeared to have grown wings of some kind post-Starkill infection. We've never seen anything like it.
Rest assured, Council, that Marcus Lucan is no longer an active threat. As we have discussed, any Starkill presence outside of the effective Akashic range becomes dormant within 7 to 15 days.
What if he managed to spread the infection sufficiently enough within that time frame to form a new biomass hub?
Once again, we have no such data to suggest that is the case.
Then where is his body?
It likely disintegrated outside of Arlington Cemetery. If there truly was a Starkill biomass hub on Earth, it would be easily detectable.
That wasn't the case with Paradise.
Integration with Starkill memory samples has allowed me to collect data that would ordinarily be invisible to basic instruments. If a biomass hub as covert as Paradise were to be formed today, it would be detected immediately. Rest assured, Council, that the Starkill threat on Earth has been completely eradicated.
Under God. I've seen this thing before, but it's not a god, it's... At McConnell Air Force Base, I saw this thing on file. It's a top-secret orbital platform developed by the United States military, but for what purpose, I don't know. They're worshipping this thing. They're trying to sure that'll go over well. Still, this whole thing is bizarre. If this user's tracking system is accurate, I should be able to see it for myself. Any minute now, I should be able to catch a glimpse of the object, if it's truly where that user says it should be. There it is. It's real. Yes, who is this?
I apologize for the late call. I'm the caretaker of Dr. Lucas Michaels. He has a message for you. It's urgent.
I'm sorry, I think you have the wrong number. I don't know who that is.
No, there's only one John Patmos. You currently reside in Blackwell, Oklahoma, correct?
Yeah. What is this all about?
I advise you to visit Michaels as soon as possible. The address is 72 Wormwood Street, Omaha, Nebraska. I shall see you soon. Good night.
John, I'm glad you could make it. Michaels has been in a nonverbal state for over a year now, so he can only communicate through writing.
What is this all about?
He wanted you to read this, and he wanted to see you in person. To be honest, I'm probably just as in the dark about this as you are. I figured you would know something.
No, I don't. But thank you for reaching out to me.
I'm sorry for the inconvenience. I'm sure it was quite a hike driving up here.
It wasn't too bad.
John?
I'll be on my way, thank you.
Yes, Commander Vindex.
I have reason to believe that there are Starkill biomass hubs on Earth.
If you're referring to the Akashic interference signals from last month, those were determined to be instrumentation errors.
I think we should investigate, just to be sure. I don't want to take any more chances.
I assure you, Commander, that a Starkill presence on Earth would be biologically impossible.
Then let me go investigate. I'll take an escape pod.
I'm sorry, Vindex, but I'm afraid that's not possible.
Why not?
I've been given orders to disengage all escape pods aboard the Ark. All personnel must remain on the ship, even in the event of an emergency.
What? Who gave you those orders?
I did.
Oracle of Omaha. No, it can't be.
There was nothing you could have done. Your fate was sealed before time itself began.
What are you talking about?
I've been in control of this story since the beginning. Before you were even aware of my existence, I was planning this moment. I am the third apostle, the mind of Azazel. The Ark is the keystone to apotheosis. Your colleagues already know that, and have submitted themselves to Godhood. Index, your opposition has provided the necessary element of tragedy, but you are not the hero. There are no victors in nature, only survivors. Farewell.
It's me. I'm staring at heaven's grace.
Code word Heaven's Grace confirmed. Initiating watch sequence.
Puisque nous avons l'idée de Dieu, Dieu existe.
We interrupt this program. This is a national emergency. Important instructions will follow. At 7:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, a nuclear weapon detonated over District of Columbia, D.C. Seek shelter indoors or underground immediately. Repeat, seek shelter indoors or underground immediately. This is not a test. The United States of America is currently under attack by a foreign threat. Due to the nature of this attack, citizens are advised to self-isolate and avoid contact with others. The extent of the attack is currently unknown. This advisory is in effect until further notice.
Message is transmitted at the request of the Monroe County Emergency Services of South Florida. to a national state of emergency. All residents of Key West, Big Carpet Key, Churchill Key, and Big Pine Key must evacuate north via US Route 1 toward mainland Florida. An evacuation order is a lawful order to leave now and seek shelter away from the area. The area is closed to public access until further notice. An evacuation order will likely be the last order given.
This is it then. Michaels was right.
Majestic HQ to Arc Dawnstar. What's the status? Sudden widespread Starkill reading on all instruments.
The readings are accurate. Over 150 Starkill biomass hubs have formed across the continental United States. However, they are all connected to a central hub, Thunder Basin, Wyoming. This hub appears to have grown to an overture classification. If this hub is destroyed, the rest will fall.
Today marks the 29th day of the U.S. closing.
Misterioso in America è ancora
In the year 1999, a corpse descends from the cosmos, right into your backyard. The ultimate in science fiction. An alien thriller. A threat unlike any other. This is the Midwest Angelica. Critics are calling it a one-of-a-kind, a sublime experience into the realm of the unknown. A twister of biblical proportions. Don't hesitate. This is your chance. Call within the next 15 minutes to receive a free poster, along with your copy of Midwest Angelica. Only $16.99 plus shipping and handling. Call now.